Here's
Good.
John.
That's we need John to do the recording, huh? Hey, John, how are you?
Hey Alexa. Yeah, we're recording. I set it where it
Ooh.
records automatically now.
Yeah, great. That way. Should we wait 2 minutes so that everybody has a chance to log in?
I think so.
What's the
Yeah,
weather like? What's the weather like in Tickaboo?
it's awesome. It's nice. It got up to 57 today.
Nice.
Yeah, we're projected to go up into the 60s. We got
Mm.
grilling stuff ready to go, and should be nice. Yeah, we got steaks and fish and dirt for the garden, so it's a good time.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of warm and rainy here. Like you
Oh
can
wow.
almost hear things growing.
That's nice.
Yeah, wait for spring.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm no complaints. It's nice. I'm a spring guy, as a lot of people. I've had my
Yeah.
fill of winter.
Yeah. I'm done with winter. We didn't have much winter, but I'm
Yeah.
still done with it.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, maybe we should just get this show on the road. Nobody's going to be too terribly interested in the first little bit anyway, where we call this meeting to order.
Okay.
And we do a little roll call. Mike or Amy, do you want to start?
Mike Morlang, present.
Amy Golden present.
And Alexa Wilson, we're all here, the full board. Adoption of the agenda. Does anyone have any comments on the agenda? If not, maybe we can just do it. Maybe a motion.
I motion to adopt the agenda as it's written.
I'll second.
Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, that goes fast. Approval from the minutes. I got them. They seemed fine to me.
Yep, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I second.
Everybody in favor, aye?
Aye.
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 Okay, moving right along. We're still doing this electronically because we still can. Can't quote each chapter and verse, but there we are. Public comment. We do public comment, 15 minutes, 3 minutes per person. Anyone who wants to say something, either wave or raise your hand or announce yourself verbally. Jean.
I gotta get them. Good. I'm trying to unmute.
You are unmuted. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it doesn't read on the bottom anymore. Hey, I don't know if the board's even thought of this at all. I know I'm concerned about out there if something happens and we don't have a generator and stuff. Do we have any mechanism or procedure to be able to do a special assessment to the members of TUID or the owners in TUID if it gets to that point, or if there's ever anything there? And if not, I think it's something that needs to be looked at least talked about, because there's going to have to be a way to raise funding if everything goes to hell, and who knows what can happen. And I'm a little bit concerned about it, but maybe it shouldn't be, but I think it ought to be something there that the board talks about and looks to see if there's a policy or procedure in place.
Yeah, I'll comment on that. Yeah, I was just gonna say, when we looked at surcharges from other utilities, that are part of UAMPS, the ones I looked at, they had specific clauses for that. They did mention catastrophic equipment failure. So I think that language would have to be specific, but the keyword is think. I'm far from an expert. but I have seen that, and it was specific language. When these guys had these surcharges, written, it literally defined what it meant in there.
Do we have it in our rules and our bylaws? No?
Not that I'm aware of, not that I've seen.
Is that something that would be considered by everyone or even interested in pursuing? As a backup plan?
We could check the statute. See if that,
Well,
I check with the auditor.
we've represented homeowners associations, and in the past, we had a catastrophe here with the Meadows Homeowners Association on the roofing. We had some bad roofing done and it caused a lot of problems, and we had to do a special assessment to each unit. And we represented the homeowner association, and it was a real, and this was 25 years ago, but it was a real rigorous procedure, and it played hell in trying to get it collected and stuff, but we had to kind of invent the wheel as well back then. And I'm sure the laws changed and everything else. So all I can say is that I think that having something, at least a plan, or at least researching it, knowing that it's an option that's out there, not one that nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to do an assessment on anybody. No one wants an assessment. But rather than having everything go dark or have something happen that's catastrophic or any other reason, it's just, I think, has wisdom in it and having a plan. That's my 2 cents worth.
That sounds like a good suggestion. Thanks for that, Jean. Anyone else? If not, then we will move on. Oh, one thing, Jean offered a letter as a public comment a little after last meetings, and there was some questions about whether we should publish that. And if it can't be officially published on the last meeting, we'll accept that as public comment in this meeting. And we got that squared away. Vote on the fuel surcharge. I have the ordinance that the resolution that we're proposing on my screen here. Shall I show that? Does that make sense as an introduction? Yes?
Think so.
Yes.
Okay. Does it now show up? Are you guys seeing this?
Yep, we can see it, Alexa.
Okay, cool. So it's the first resolution of the year. It basically says that our rate schedule was established when fuel costs were $2.53 a gallon. The prices have been very volatile, and we need fuel surcharges to better match revenue with fuel expenses. And the resolution goes, now therefore, TUID implements a fuel price surcharge as described in Exhibit B, and we get to that one first. And the amended rate schedules 1 to 3 are also attached. And the proposed effective date is April 1st of this year. This is just a little chart that shows the fuel prices since 2008 to show that it goes up and then it goes down and causes problems for our budget. This describes, the exhibit B describes how the fuel price surcharge is calculated, starting on April 1st, 2024, if necessary. It is for all services and rate schedule, everyone. It's going to be calculated for every account, every month, based on the amount of power used, and added to whatever other monthly charges you already have, but only when the fuel costs more than $3 per gallon. And paragraph 4 describes exactly how that is calculated. If the fuel price is $3 or less, then there's no surcharge. If the fuel price is higher, then it's calculated as the price, like $4 minus 3 is $1 over $3, and then multiplied by 14 cents per kilowatt hour. And let me see if I can find where I added it to the rate schedule. This is just the rate schedule. It rambles on for like 15, 17, 25 pages, 10 schedules. But on each schedule, all I've done is add this one line that says that it's 0.0014 cent per kilowatt hour, dollar per kilowatt hour. That is 0.14 cent for each penny that the price of the fuel goes over $3 per gallon. And everything else just rambles on forever, but all I've done is add this one paragraph to each service, and we can probably stick that on the open the public notice site, along with the notes for this meeting. John, is that possible?
Yes, we can do that. And of course, it's been posted on the TUID website. And then there's some additional, notifications and postings via the Public Service Commission requirements that will fulfill that this is the next step, and then those take place too. But yes, they will be posted on the public notice website as well as an additional source for anyone who wants to look at them.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions, comments, things they want to say and add before I'm gonna call for a motion? No, we have been talking this to death in the meeting of November, December, January, and the last meeting a week ago, so it does not surprise me that there is no further discussion necessary. Does anybody feel like making a motion to adopt a resolution as written?
I motion to adopt resolution 2024-01 as written.
Anyone feels like seconding it, or should I do that? Okay, I'll second that motion. So let's do this vote a little more formal than we do for the agenda. When we state our name and say yes or no.
Amy
Madam
Golden,
Chair, Mike
yes.
Morling, just based on community output and the research we've done on the surcharge and the lack of research done on rates, I'm going to vote nay.
Amy Golden, I vote yes.
And Alexa Wilson, and I vote yes. Well, that means that the resolution is adopted. Mike Morling and voted no, and Amy Golden, Alexa Wilson voted yes. Thank you all for that. Sounds like we're done.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, anybody wants to vote for dinner? Or
I do.
alternatively adjournment?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
I second.
Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you all. We'll do it again mid-March.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you,
guys.
Alexa.
And you-
Y'all
Thank you. Have a good
Bye.
evening.
Yes.